Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Jocelyn Lovely Tarot. So good to see you guys here today. This reading is going to be collective. I wanted to make this for Leo, but fuck that, we're scratching that. It's going to be collective, and I'll tell you why. A lot of us are ending a fucking cycle, and this is all about lessons learned. A very big message that needs to be distributed to our collective or our specific tribe here, okay? If you resonate with the video, like, share, and subscribe. If you guys want a personal reading, hit me up at jocelynlovely84@gmail, okay? We're starting off with the world. Endings. This is you taking a look at this karmic cycle. This is a cycle, the end of something, learning something, reflecting back on to specific cycles that you've been carrying for many decades with so many people, different people. And they were very significant in these roles that you all partook in, because there were so many lessons about forgiveness, forgiving others, and forgiving yourself. Okay? It's the last one. We're at the 9. 9 talks about forgiveness. We get the 9 of Wands energy. And the truth is spoken, clarity, electricity, light bulb moment, solar plexus, the confidence to see the truth. And the truth is very disturbing for some of you guys. You guys have been shaking to your core. Look at the magnitude of energy that runs through this whole thing. This is not for the faint of heart. Some of you guys learned some really nasty lessons that you're going to take with you for the rest of your life. When we talk about the truth moment here, the truth bomb, the lessons learned, for some of you guys, you're about to learn what it is to really be sorry or want to make amends for things you've done in the past. Some of you guys have carried some type of resentments for years that have kept you haunted, have kept you delayed, have kept you closed off to love, to openness, to grace, to self-love, right? It all connects. It all connects here. And the reason that this became so apparent now, even though it's been trying to come up for you guys for a very long time, but the reason it's so apparent now is because you've hit like the end. It's almost as if you see it all so clearly. For some of you guys, you held on to resentments for so long that you sacrificed your heart. You sacrificed your heart because of the pain. Your pride took over and you decided to just walk away from certain people, places, or things, trying to teach people lessons because you were so hurt. And now it's almost as if somebody else did that to you. And this whole time you kept judging somebody for walking away on you, blocking you, or cutting you completely out of their life, only to find out that you did the same thing to somebody else that you loved or adored or cherished. Doesn't matter what the thing is. Doesn't matter who the person is. It usually has to do with people though, right? Significant people in our lives. Some of you guys are about to, it's like you got a taste of your own medicine and you judge somebody for treating you the same way or harboring resentments towards you that you've done the same to somebody else. I hope I'm making sense. So somebody cut you out of their life, somebody hated you, somebody has not talked to you for years, and you've judged this person for not being able to get over this fucking resentment that they have towards you, only to find out that you did it to somebody else. You have also experienced pride over love, choosing to sacrifice your heart over you being right, over you protecting yourself. And you've done it. And it's finally come full circle. For some of you guys, you're about to release this burden of self-hate because you chose pride over love, and it cost you. For some of you guys, it cost you your marriage. For some of you guys, it cost you your friendships. It cost you your family members. It cost you pride and anger and resentment and wanting to be right cost you deep. It cost you a lot. And now you're forgiving yourself, because this also has to do with forgiveness of self. Forgiving yourself for not knowing better at the time. Because now that you're ready to accept, right, that you chose pride over your heart, it hurts. And now the most important thing is lesson learned. When something doesn't work out your way, don't just cut people out of your life just to cut them off, no matter how bad it was, right? Especially if you love this person. Because once you do, you know what happens. That's how marriages come to end. That's how family members come to end. That's how whatever great jobs come to end, right? It's this pattern of you repeating the same thing and finally understanding that it wasn't worth it because you lost. The price of loss was too high. And now the question is, can you forgive yourself for not knowing that lesson at the time? You know it now. It's too late because you can't get it back. And that's part of the whole point. You can never get that back because you closed the door on it and decided not to use your heart and follow your heart onto this situation. Can you forgive yourself for being human? Can you also forgive other people for doing the same thing to you? They're so hurt by what you did to them that they've decided that being without you or not having you in their life was safer than to admit that they love you and you just hurt them that bad and try to reconcile whatever that relationship was or that situation was. That's a really hard lesson to learn. Here you are as the hangman, you finally understand the lesson. That's why it was so painful for you to admit this to yourself, because we live and we learn. We let other people live. By you admitting that you've made these mistakes, you've wronged or harmed others by doing the same thing that somebody else did to you, you liberate yourself. You can finally cry, heal, move on, and try to live differently from now on. And now it's almost as if like you have patience and compassion and understanding for the people that did the same to you. And you can finally close this chapter. It could finally close for once and for all. You got the Seven of Swords, right? It was deception. It was the dishonesty about how much this hurt you, this realization about how pride can ruin a good thing. This realization of self-deception is hard. It hurts. But use the sword of truth to cut the cord on this hangman position. Cut it. Yes, we all fuck up. But you are worthy of forgiveness, as is somebody else who made the same decision you did to walk away from you. They are worthy of forgiveness. And so are you. Are you going to heal and forgive yourself and move on and try to live differently? Living amends is doing a day-to-day basis on a conscious level? Or are you going to keep harboring this pain and feel sorry for yourself for not knowing something that essentially we all have to learn this lesson? We all do. We just don't realize the magnitude of it. The healing that comes about it once we all decide to break away from this chain and this repeated cycle and pattern that we all do. The healing that takes place is amazing because you can teach this to somebody else. This is a lesson that goes in the Akashic records. Remember, guys, this is part of life. This is what you came here to experience. This is part of the cycle. It's a vicious cycle. Nonetheless, it all comes down to forgiveness of self, forgiveness of others, compassion, and understanding. All right, collective, that's all I have for you. It was only 4 cards, but that's all I needed, baby. That's all I needed. I love y'all. Bye.